Welcome to See and Learn on Saba 2013. This year's See and Learn events kicked off with an opening night at the new Breadline Plaza in Windward Side, where the large crowd was entertained by the Saba Danza cultural group and magician Bob Guile.
But we actually got the smoke. Look at the smoke now. This is it. It's now traveling into the past. Daniel, your 20 is now, I'd say, a good 15 days in the past.
Seabirds expert Dr. Adrian Delnevo then gave the opening night presentation on the locally relevant topic of tropic birds. Later on in the week, Adrian also led a field trip along the Spring Bay Trail.
So the intention of today is to hopefully capture some birds and let you see these really very beautiful birds in the hand. So we need to stay away from the nets, and we need to keep as quiet as we can, because otherwise it's going to scare the birds away and they'll move and feed somewhere else. So the quieter we can be, we increase the chance of bird movement, go back and forth. Well, we brought a group of participants from See and Learn, and we brought them on to the Spring Bay level area, which is an area of dry forest woodland. And the aim was to, first of all, show birds in the hand or close to, and talk about the species composition and the abundance of those birds here in this particular habitat. It may be different in other areas, but we're just looking at one this afternoon. And to show them birds close in hand, we've used some very fine nets, which the birds can't see, and as they're going, birds are flying across the trail, we capture them in the nets, and they're very secure and safe, and they're not injured, and we take them out and we show them to the people. So that's the pearly-eyed thrasher, very common around the houses. One of the most vocal birds on the island. Well, tropic birds are one of the seabird species here on Saba, but a very important one. Tropic birds on Saba probably represent the largest percentage of that species in anywhere in the Caribbean. And in fact, Saba has anywhere up to about 15% of the world population of that species. So what goes on here is very important for tropic birds. And we found out quite recently that although there are a large number of individuals, unfortunately, they're not producing many young, and that's a problem. And so our studies have been to try and understand what might be affecting the very poor nesting success. And we know that they're not feeding the chicks as much fish as we perhaps would have expected. And we've also seen lots of predators around their nest burrows. They nest under boulders or in the cliffside. And we've put some cameras out, and we've discovered that there are a number of predators that are in the area. We don't know exactly how much those predators are affecting the tropic birds, but it's likely that they may have a serious impact. And those predators include cats, rats, and also lizards, land crabs, and there are also lots of goats around.
Where are the tropic birds located on this island?
Well, they're a seabird, and so naturally they're around the coast, and they're in four main areas. One area is at the sulfur mine by Pirate Cliffs. Another area is by Torrens Point. A third area is what we call the tent area of Saba, just near to south of Fort Bay. And another area is Old Booby Hill, and that's the largest nesting colony of tropic birds on the island. And the fifth main area is what we call the Great Level, which is very near to the island dump.
Do you think the burning of the garbage benefits the tropic bird population on the island?
I think probably the answer to that is it's a little too early to tell. But if they are getting rid of the rubbish, the waste, more quickly, more efficiently, then intuitively you would expect that to reduce the amount of food that might be available to rats. And if the rat population does not have so much food, they can't produce young quite so easily. And if that's the case and the rats are affected, then equally that may affect the cat population that are looking for them and other things as well. So I think it's too early to say. I'm optimistic that it could have a positive effect, but part of our ongoing studies at looking at the cats and the birds together is to try and see if, or to monitor if there are any positive effects, which we hope there will be.